What is probate and why do we want to avoid it?
That's a great question. You know, probate is a government-sponsored program that everyone is automatically enrolled in unless you opt out of that program by having a will or having a trust. The automatic government program, though, really has you, when you pass away, going into court. Your loved ones are going to go into court and they're going to find that they're going to have to deal with a probate judge. And that probate judge may have different values, may have different interests, and most of the time will not have the family insights that you have about your family. And the role of the probate court is to determine two things. Number one, who's supposed to get what, and number two, when they're supposed to receive it. Now, if you have minor children, the when they're supposed to receive it will probably occur when they turn 18. And that can be a problem because some 18-year-olds are not particularly responsible when they're inheriting a large sum of money. The problem with the probate process, though, is this. It's a public process. It can take usually between 8 months and 2 years, but it can be substantially longer. And during that time, your assets can be frozen. So your family, in a vulnerable state, needs to be able to get to the things that you've left for them, but they can't because they're going through a court process. Also, you know, my mom never told me to air my dirty laundry, but the reality is that in the probate process, we're going to find that there is a notice to creditors that's going to go out into the world. Also, there's vultures out there. There's really two versions of vultures out there. The first one is your family members that you haven't seen for 25 years are all of a sudden going to arrive with their hands out looking to participate in your largesse. Also, there are people who will be looking at the public record, and what they're doing is they're seeing, gee, there is somebody who is vulnerable who just inherited a large sum of money and probably needs some consoling. They'll come and try and help your loved ones in their vulnerable state to be consoled by helping them spend your money. Probably, though, the most compelling reason for staying away from probate, though, is the cost of probate. Probate fees, and these are not taxes, these are actual additional fees imposed by the court, are substantial. If you have an average home here in San Diego, it's very easy for those fees for your court-appointed executor and court-appointed attorney to exceed $20,000. So the most important reason to avoid probate in my mind, and the most compelling reason, is that it's very, very expensive.
You know, there's no substitute for the advice of a knowledgeable and caring attorney, someone who can talk with you personally about your situation. This video is meant to educate, empower, and entertain our friends and neighbors and may not be appropriate for your exact situation. Please call us, make an appointment to ensure that the information shared in this video is right for your situation.